cannot possibly be as difficult as it seems.
Hello, I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
Have you gained any insights about the painting since you've been studying it?
I did discover that casting Lumos has an effect of some kind. But I'm not sure what to do next.
Are there any other empty paintings like this around the school?
Yes, a few. This entire place is somewhat of a riddle, to be honest. If I can work out the riddle of this one, I'll know what to do with all of them. As good a place as any to begin.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have. Do come and find me.
Revelio.
On something illuminating that solves the mystery.
Lumos. That spot must be a clue. I should look around in case it's nearby.
It's no wonder Ravenclaw feels clever. Every time you want to go into the common. A bit much, I'd say.
I find its location a little untoward myself.
Oh, someone prodded a Mimbless Mimbletonia in the common room. Stink sap everywhere. I'm avoiding it entirely until they or the house elves clean it up.
Always wondered what the other house's common rooms look like. Ours is the best, of course. Still, I do wonder.
Why would Helga Hufflepuff have you tap on barrels, though? That's the only thing that mystifies me.
It's my favorite place in the entire school. If I didn't have that fireplace to sit next to, I think I should be terribly homesick.
At first, I thought Professor Garlick might be too young. From her girdle with that one. But did you ever not get what you wanted? On your birthday, for example?
No. I suppose not, come to think of it. My parents are quite generous now that you mention.
It's just the...
Can't decide if I like Professor Weasley or Professor Hecat more. Hecat? No, Weasley.
Oh, they're both brilliant.
Defense against the dark arts can be intimidating. But Professor Hecat actually makes it seem manageable.
Professor Hecat is intimidating, but then she has a serious subject to teach. Can't afford to coddle students when it comes to defense against the dark arts.
Madam Kagawa's getting a bit of an easy run of things, isn't she? What with Quidditch being cancelled.
Oh, did you hear about the new spell we're learning in charms? I can't wait. You know it's gonna be a laugh with Ronan.
Professor Hecat is an enigma. She used to work for the ministry.
Revelio. This looks like the location from the painting. What could be so special about it?
Those were curdle.
Lumos. Let's get you back to your frame, little moth. Ha! I knew there was a connection. I should tell Lenora that I solved the puzzle of that empty frame. Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Amit, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Lumos. Revelio. Revelio.
It's time to trade in my Oak Shaft 79.
Why do we even have flying if Professor Black cancels Quidditch?
I was destined to be a glorious beater of court.
Lumos. Revelio.
I was going to try out for the Quidditch team this year.
Really a good plan at all. Overall, I probably wouldn't recommend it.
It's hardly worth studying for potions, unless you're anticipating being poisoned sometime in the near future.
I heard some chatting near the girls' lavatory about boomslang skin. Do you think they're looking to brew a polyjuice potion? Oh, what if they already brewed it? And Sharp's actually that Hufflepuff girl with the long arms.
As far as I can see, the only potion worth learning is Sleeping Draught. Best time for history of magic.
I suppose I could be curious about it. What? Not for me, mind. For a friend of mine. Don't be stupid.
Do you happen to have any Valerian sprigs? I really wanted to have a go at a forgetfulness potion. Only, I can't remember where I put mine.
Lumos. Revelio.
Clockwise. I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
There was something else too. A dash of powdered bat spleen, I think.
Lumos. Revelio.
I think there were doxy eggs as well. But surely those were curdle.
Revelio. Revelio. Lumos.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. Revelio.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
The best way to learn how to fly a broomstick is by trial and error. In my case, it was a lot of error.
Wish I could afford my own broom from Spint Witches.
Albie Weeks has been experimenting with new broom models for a while now.
Spint Witches is my favorite. At least I get to see all the brooms, even if I can't afford one myself.
Wouldn't it be romantic to fly amongst the stars? Even Professor Shah might think so.
Oh,
Or not.
I don't know what Madame Kugawa sees in Imelda Reyes. She's not that good at flying.
Revelio.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso!
Now, let's try something a little larger. Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember? Levioso! Now, the basic. Well done. Very good, but the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel, using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
Levioso, this can't be your first duel. Let's just say I'm a quick...
If only all of my students were this adept.
Protego!
Protego?
Levioso!
I do enjoy life dueling.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. All right. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Levioso!
Huh. Always thought Levioso was for first years. Not anymore.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
You dueled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Oh, I'm not much for dueling. I prefer to keep things friendly.
Revelio. Revelio.
Nice work.
I'd hate to face Professor Hecat in a duel.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio.
Black is the the history of Hogwarts. He's not behind me, is he?
This is the first year my siblings and I are all at Hogwarts together. Our poor mother doesn't know what to do with her time.
I'm glad I don't have to stay in the castle for the holidays. I find the moving staircases...
Revelio.
I hadn't met any of my cousins until I came to Hogwarts. Found out we were sorted into the same house.
Revelio.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Oh, Annabelle, what a long time ago. Oh, hurry up.
Levioso. Lumos.
I'm saving up for a new group.
Not what survives the rain of this. Calf in charge.
Revelio. Revelio.
What are you up to now?
Levioso. Lumos. Levioso. Revelio. 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 Levioso.
Professor Ronan tends to go on a bit. We sometimes have to remind him to finish the
Revelio.
Some of us don't necessarily want him to get back to the lesson. My family has been sorted into Ravenclaw for generations. Bit of a bookish lot, one might say.
My older brothers were all sorted into Ravenclaw. They're terribly accomplished now. I'll never be able to live up to their achievements.
All of my siblings have gone on to work for the Ministry, but I'm not sure I want to do that. Unless it's an aura. Oh, I'd like to be an aura.
I adore decorating for the holidays. Can never have too many fairy lights, in my opinion. Not sure the fairies would agree, mind.
My family has a lot of money. And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
And by the end of it, the Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes. I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling lies.
I'm not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the Minister a boot or the Minister a flack?
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble you will be, but you can't give Peeves a smack. She says it's a boot and he says it's a flack.
Peeves, enough. You'll get us all detention. And you're both wrong anyway. It was Hephaestus Gore.
It wasn't Boot and it wasn't Flack, but you're all in trouble with Professor Black.
Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
Showing off is a muggle trait. You don't see that sort of behavior in the wizarding world.
I didn't hear anything.
Oh, that's why you were so bothered.
Of course I was bothered. It's enough trying to memorize dates for bins without being pounded by a horrible tune that Peeves likely made up.
Oh, I knew I'd heard it somewhere. That's where it's from. Yes, it is a horrid tune. Very strange melody.
Speaking of Peeves, I heard he drenched that poor boy again.
Lumos.
You know the one. Hufflepuff. Winks a lot?
Oh, yes. Apparently.
Revelio.
Perhaps winking's part of the trade.
Well, I for one would appreciate people simply behaving in an orderly manner, without humming or winking. I have a younger sister who looks up to me. I can't be going home for the holidays without something for her to aspire to.
What do you mean? Like what?
Some sort of, I don't know, special recognition. An exemplary student and all that.
I'm fairly certain your little sister already looks up to you, just as you are.
I'm not so sure. Last time I was home, she left a hawk lump in my bed. Can't say that's a sign of respect.
When you hear the Hunt Professor in the library, alert me and I'll sort her out.
Really? Oh gosh, that would be very much appreciated. I'm not one for confrontations. Thank you.
Afraid I can't do anything about Peeves, though.
Oh, of course. Wouldn't expect you to. Unless you could perhaps teach him a better tune.
Now you're pushing it.
Understood. Understood. Nobody can do it. You saw that first year with me.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Akio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me. I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Accio.
That's it! Very good! Excellent control there. Not to worry. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Stay focused.
Let us see this. There we go.
That's it.
Watch this. Not exactly your typical lesson, is it? Well done.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
That is how it's done. Do not think I will start going easy on you now.
Splendid!
Here we go! I know everyone is watching, but try not to be nervous. You are doing quite well.
Accio.
I will get you back for that. Let us see this. Brilliant!
Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
Spells cast without a wand must be less powerful than those cast with a wand.
No, not at all. Wizarding magic cast without a wand is just as powerful. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well, you'd be using it on clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
Professor Ronan reminds me of my grandfather. Loads of wisdom, but a bit mad.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Revelio.
A word, if you would.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Hello, you wanted to speak to me?
Samantha Dale. I've been eager to meet you. You're the student everyone's been whispering about. Hope your first day's going well. You certainly seem to hold your own in charms.
I've been fortunate. Beginner's luck.
My brother William would tell you not to be so humble and to trust your abilities. Then again, he tends to be overconfident in his. Well, better see to my charms homework. I'm afraid I can't count on beginner's luck to impress Professor Ronan.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. Be included.
The portraits in the castle don't always have something interesting to say, but many of them do chatter on nonetheless.
Hogwarts is a second home to me.
Nice and warm!
Accio. Lumos. Leviosa.
Look at me! What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me, isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asked that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
There's an Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
Revelio. Revelio. Levioso.
Any of you know where I can find some leaping toadstools?
Where did you get your dragonhide gloves? I saw you handling that Snargle-off in herbology. You know my gloves went mysteriously missing.
I need to get some dragonhide gloves for herbology. I refuse. Chinese chomping cabbages with bare hands. Let us use gillyweed. What's the point of even learning about herbology if we can't get ourselves into some trouble with gillyweed? If I haven't personally met a merman by the end of term...
Levioso!
Ah, there you are.
You have a new spell to teach me, Professor.
Indeed I do, and an exceedingly useful one at that. The mending charm, Reparo. Fixes things right up, makes a broken object good as new in the blink of an eye.
It seems as if that might come in handy.
More frequently than one would imagine. As Professor Weasley mentioned, I am not the only one who will be teaching you spells outside of class in an effort to catch you up with your peers. A number of your professors have agreed to do so as well, but first, each shall ask that you complete a few preliminary tasks to hone your magic. I have arranged some for today. See them through and then report back to me. We will have you casting Reparo in no time.
Why must I first complete tasks to learn Reparo?
No lesson or lecture can compare to first-hand experience, and these tasks should provide you with just that. Such experience is invaluable when mastering any new bit of magic.
I'll start on the task right away, Professor. This is the right area. I wonder where the flying page is. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Leviosa. Accio. Got it. A flying page must be around here somewhere.
Might some kind soul help me?
Brilliant. Are you all right?
Don't you know who I am? Zenobia Noak, the girl whom everyone at school hates for no reason.
Everyone hates you. Why?
Because Hogwarts is full of bullies and spoilsports. Leander Pruitt's one of the worst, that no-talent moon mind. I wanted to make some new friends, and so I brought my collection down to the common room. My gobstone collection, that is. I was hoping someone would want to play. Are you familiar with gobstones? Little balls, like marbles. Grand game. And if you lose, they spray you with a foul-smelling liquid.
Gobstones? Sounds like a fun challenge.
That's what I tried to tell everyone. People can be so cruel. Just because they're sprayed all over with smelly gobstone spit, it's their own fault for losing. Imelda is one of the worst losers. Everett and Astoria are terrible as well. And now those poor losers have taken my gobstones and hidden them in very high places all over the school.
Rather an overreaction on their part.
I'll say. Anyway, I can't work out how to get them back on my own. I don't think I know the necessary spells yet. I need someone, perhaps a selfless and talented fifth year to help me.
Do you have any suggestions on how to get your gobstones down from their hiding spots?
If I knew that, I'd get them myself. Whoever hid my gobstones that high got up there somehow.
Haven't you any friends at school?
Not really. Natty said hello once, but not a word since.
I'll see what I can do.
I'd appreciate the help. If you do find all of my gobstones, do come and see me again. I'll be back to playing Snake Pit and Jackstone by myself in no time.
Leviosa! I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I trust the preliminary tasks weren't too much trouble.
I completed the assignments, Professor.
Marvelous. You clearly know your way around basic charms. Let us give the old mending charm a try then, shall we? Remember to be deliberate in your enunciation and movements. I want to see some vigor. Now, wand at the ready.
Yes, sir.
Remember, your wand is a conduit of your magic. That's it. Very good. If you would like to practice mending something, have a go with that broken statue in the alcove by the water. It allegedly symbolized heartbreak. Perhaps a jilted lover thought it too accurate and lashed out.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Reparo!
Nicely done. Works like a charm, doesn't it?
Revelio! Reparo!
Something quite satisfying about using the mending charm, isn't there?
Well, that's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
Why would Black want to be headmaster of Hogwarts? Cool, I'm not sure what job he'd actually Perhaps something at Azkaban.
We had it all in our attic.
Oh dear, I shall get in trouble for this.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Nice to see you again. Thank you for asking. And I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You might recall that I was trying to cast non-verbally when we met in the common room. Well, I mastered that, and now I've taken to creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help, if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
I'm going to have to use Accio to get to those books. Revelio! Got it. Only 4 more to go. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. This must be Cressida's diary. I'd want this back too if I were her. Revelio. Lumos.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Revelio.
Is it possible to become hypnotic selling potions? I think so, wouldn't you? It's all about demeanor, really, isn't it? Forced to be reckoned with.
Revelio. Accio. That's the last book. Now to take them back to Cressida. Lumos. Levioso. Revelio. 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 Lumos. Accio. Revelio. Hello, Cressida. I collected your books, including your diary.
Oh, what a relief. Thank you. I'll happily take the heavy lot off your hands now.
Here you are.
Well, lesson learned. I certainly won't be practicing any charms in the library again anytime soon. Now, to work out where I went wrong. Perhaps I should start brushing up on my Latin. Thank goodness some people are trustworthy. Certainly wouldn't want anyone but me reading my diary.
My family loves going to the Quidditch World Cup. Father was on the Barnton amateur team for a bit.
Revelio.
I'd spend all day in it.
Revelio. Revelio.
My mother always responds.
Revelio.
Surely up to no good. Off with you.
Levioso. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio. Revelio. 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 I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
What are you up to now?
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. 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 Levioso. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Lumos. Accio. Revelio. Levioso. Revelio. Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
nice to see you, my young friend.
Revelio. I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio. Revelio. 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 I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Accio! That's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her. Revelio!
My family is of exemplary flyers. It's no wonder Splint Witches is...
Revelio!
Crazy runs in my family.
Cried, even when my brother put a Grindalo on my bed. Possibly a bit of crying, but no tears.
Showing off is a muggle trait. You don't see that sort of behavior in the wizarding world.
You're brave though, aren't you? I've seen you in her body.
Revelio!
Conqueror with those mandrakes.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Revelio! Revelio. Revelio.
Hogsmeade is the only ball wizarding group.
Revelio.
If someone gets struck by a cursed broom, we do hope it's you. 142 staircases, and this is where they... Awful when they ask you a question.
Revelio.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I found all your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
I'm sure they'd be willing to play after the trouble spent getting them back. It's a fine idea.
Isn't it? Oh, we'll have so much fun together laughing as all the losers get sprayed, which won't include me. Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
Revelio. Levioso. Reparo. Revelio. Revelio.
Anyone in the wizarding world.
Revelio.
I wish the headmaster would retire. Let Professor
Revelio. Revelio.
How we get into Black's office? Not that I'd want to.
Oh, I've been turned around on the grand staircase one too many times. I simply avoid it.
Revelio. Levioso.
Answer as to why that portrait was empty.
Revelio. Revelio.
At first, I thought Professor but she's more than capable. Knows her guinea wee from her Gertie with that one.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Revelio.
I spent all night working.
Revelio.
I promise you, more teachers nod at you if you're holding a stack of books. I swear.
Hello, looking for me?
residents at Hogwarts are impressive.
Revelio. Lumos. Levioso. Reparo. Accio. Revelio. 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 Reparo. Accio. Reparo. Levioso. Accio. Levioso! Revelio! Revelio! Accio! Revelio! Accio! Levioso! Accio! Reparo! Revelio! Reparo! Revelio! Revelio! Natty, I hope I haven't kept you waiting long.
Not at all. Professor Weasley tells me that you need to go to Hogsmeade. You must be eager to have your own things again. And to see the village.
I've been looking forward to it.
Good. Shall we set off? I intend to give you a first-rate Hogsmeade experience. I was glad Professor Weasley asked me to accompany you.
Really?
Yes.
Revelio!
I had planned to extend an invitation to you myself. I thought you might enjoy a butterbeer in the village. The timing of Professor Weasley's owl was perfect. I cannot tell you how nice it is to breathe fresh air after being cooped up in ancient rooms. Grave mistake to take it as an elective class, believe me.
I believe you.
Though I suppose you would not really call it elective when your mother was the one who elected that you take it. Hogsmeade is beautiful this time of year. Everyone will tell you to visit at Christmas, but that's one of the few times of year I would rather be indoors.
Not much for the cold, are you?
Oh, I do not mind the cold so much, but it has taken some getting used to. I did not grow up around snow. Oh, wait, over here. I often spot lacewing flies in this area.
Oh? What's so special about them?
They are interesting to look at, but if you stew them, you can also use them in potion making. Look, from the Forbidden Forest. Hippogriffs. I wonder if something startled them. I heard rumors that hippogriffs had been spotted nearby.
Do you think Poppy's already seen the hippogriffs?
Absolutely.
Likely already named them too.
Prance, Hoof, and Sugarfoot.
That's the Forbidden Forest on the left. It's off limits to students, as the name implies.
Why is it off limits?
The professors claim it is too dangerous. I think that calling it forbidden only makes it more alluring. Ah, there's Hogsmeade over the crest. Past that ruin. I would spend all of my time exploring if I could.
I confess I was surprised when Professor Weasley mentioned that you knew the area, since you're relatively new here.
She said that? She knows more about me than I had thought.
Revelio!
I will say, while I certainly learn a great deal in class, much can be gleaned outside of the classroom.
Levioso! Accio!
What was the Ministry thinking, putting Black in charge of a bunch of children? He hates children.
How are you settling in? I remember the weeks that followed my arrival feeling quite strange. Everything was so new and unfamiliar.
I'm getting used to things. What about you? Do you finally feel settled?
I still miss my homeland. But it is beautiful here too. And getting out of the castle and exploring helped me to adjust quite a bit. Hogwarts has become something of a home now, I would say. Hopefully it will for you too.
Levioso.
Mr. Moon! He is the Hogwarts caretaker. Looks a bit worse for wear. Hello, Mr. Moon. Have you met our new 5th year?
Pleasure. You might want to turn back, Miss Onai. Turn and run.
Is everything all right, sir?
Oh, it looked right at me. Eyes big as saucers.
What did Mr. Moon?
Jemmy, guys. Ugly and airy and terrifying. I shall be at the castle where it's safe. Good luck to both of you.
Poor Mr. Moon. A demiguise. I think he had too much fun in the village. I will say that I have never seen him in such a state. Nearly there. There is much to see outside of the castle walls, not just Hogsmeade. I am happy to explore whenever you'd like. Rumors being what they are about goblins and such, it might be nice to have a friend with you.
I'll keep that in mind, Natty. Thank you. Revelio.
And here we are. It is hard to know where to start. The Three Broomsticks is the place for butterbeer. And you can get any sweet you can imagine at Honeydukes. I could not choose a favorite shop here. It changes with every visit. I can tell you that you are certain to find everything you need in Hogsmeade. Professor Weasley said that you need to get potion recipes, spellcrafts, some seeds, and...
A new wand.
Of course! You will enjoy Mr. Ollivander, and I am keen to see what you will do with a wand of your own. You should be able to collect everything you need and still have time to explore a little as well. Experience Hogsmeade at your own pace. We can meet up in the town circle when you are finished. Enjoy yourself. I will see you soon.